It was clear almost immediately that U.S. Attorney General William Barr wouldn't get away with just a letter to Congress. When the Trump-hating army saw or heard the words "no collusion," all they wanted was the full Mueller papers. The big days arrived, kind of. I'll remind you of how exactly Mr. Barr gave the okay.
I will be in a position to move forward expeditiously in determining what can be released in light of applicable law, regulations, and departmental policies.
It looks like quite a few lines will be redacted. William Barr came up with 4 specific categories to be blacked out. Let's whip through those. You won't see anything known as grand jury material, info that could affect ongoing legal cases, data that could damage the privacy or interests of third parties, and finally, intelligence gathering sources and methods. The left wing's grip on the idea that Donald Trump obstructed justice is so tight that perhaps all that's left visible in the Mueller report won't be enough for them anyway. Remember Rachel Maddow's question blitz last month?
And what Attorney General William Barr has just given to Congress really does raise a lot of questions that we never thought we would be asking, I think, about how this investigation is being resolved.
I bet she'll have many more after Thursday's release. The good news for the Russiagators in the Barr letter was the part that said the Russians still tried to interfere, even without any kind of collusion.
The special counsel's investigation determined that there were 2 main Russian efforts to influence the 2016 election.
And obviously, in that Barr baby memo, there was no room for evidence of all the shady dealings. The Mueller team has already triggered legal action against a Russian company, supposedly a meddling force, without explaining to the firm's lawyers what they're using as proof for the indictment. Why? Because that info is too sensitive to be given out. Does that ring a bell? What if the Russians get hold of it? Plus, nobody ever properly explained how it was found that Russia hacked the Democrats' servers if investigators didn't get access to the actual DNC hardware. There will be those who want to get answers to questions way off Rachel Maddow's list. But remember the rules. Sensitive almost certainly means redacted.
The Democrats have already set it up to dispute the report based on the redactions, which is really kind of another cheap factor in their part, because obviously there will be some redactions. There are intelligence sources and methods that are involved in the report. There's the protection of people that participated in the investigation who are not under any kind of suspicion. Democrats will use that to say, oh, aha, there's still something there. They're not going to be satisfied because they're not really interested in the truth. They're interested in making political points from it. So even if there's proving that there's no collusion and no obstruction, that central thesis remains that somehow Trump owes his presidency to the Russians. And that's a fundamental flaw that hasn't been challenged. And I don't think, and the VIP's report pointed out to the president, if you don't address this head on, you're not going to be exonerated.